Welcome back to the table. Rolling right into the next round. So I just set the upload and I realized I called it 11 through 14. We're starting round 14 now. So my last video is inappropriately titled. It's 11 to 13. This video is 14 to whatever I get to. My apologies on that. So I know that I'm jumping through a lot of the math quick because this is a very calculation heavy game. If anybody has any questions about a calculation, make sure you link the time in the video, because I don't have the memory to just say, oh, what were you doing on turn 11? I have no clue what I was doing on turn 11. But if you put the time in, I can at least rewatch the video and try to help you step through what I was thinking. Beyond that, it's really just, it's offsets. Like if I'm doing 5 damage with these combo people, that's all I need to take out, whatever hit points I need to take out that has 5. I'm always trying to take out the brown enemies first. Well, obviously the archers first, then the siege equipment, but then their elite units, their brown units, are usually public enemy number 1. They're all bad, no matter which faction you're talking about. And then the silver units, the gray cubes, you can see that I usually save those for last. They tend to be the foot soldiers, which aren't you shouldn't ignore them, but they're the least risky of all of them, right? And so that's how this sort of plays out. We are running the risk that their siege equipment is getting more and more intense, and you could see that I had to actually let them siege me and even engage me with their archers because I didn't have enough firepower to take them down. So we're starting to pass that tipping point where they're going to really start damaging us. And I still need to build a workshop. I do have a workshop level 4, so I can build onagers. I totally forgot about that. I do have a workshop level 4, so I can build onagers. But remember, the onagers are just an upgraded version of the catapult. So it can still only kill 1 unit. And the onager, when has my catapult not been able to kill anything it wanted? Think about it. I have yet to roll a die for a catapult. I've been able to auto-kill anything I hit. The dragons might be the one time I can't do it, but if it's the catapults in the middle, I can still kill it with the dragons. So there's a part of me that's like, okay, I got away with not buying any ballistas. I'm getting away with not buying any onagers, but when we get to the bombards, which are the final level, I definitely need to buy those. And this game is about a press your luck kind of thing. If I ignore 2 levels of siege equipment, I'm going to eventually get that one battle where gosh darn it, I wish I would have built at least one of those. And then it's going to come back and burn me. But the bombards are my golden crown. Now, with the barracks, I'm building heavy infantry, which are still fantastic units. But the arquebusiers is really where I want to go, and I don't have that built yet either. I have to build a level 5 library first. I have to build a level 5 barracks first, a level 5 workshop first. I got to build 3 major buildings before I can build the arquebusier or the bombard. Technically, I only need 2 buildings to get to one of these. And then I need the 3rd building to get the other one. And then, of course, we have the chapel and the sorcerer's tower we've been ignoring, and we still don't have a moat. But the moat's not going to happen, at least not now. We are in round 14. Next round, we do get the 6 bonus actions. So one of the things I want to do is I want to get to a point where we have those buildings built so we can get the bonus actions. And it's sort of working out, because here you can see we're going to move down. The pickpocket goes last, so if I can get resources, I could possibly help the pickpocket. But I'm also trying to get my level 5 stuff out. Excuse me. So there's not going to be a lot of extra resources left. So counterfritter, for example, action 1 is going to be 2 and 3. He's going to build a level 5 wall. And then 2 and 3 for action 2 is his level 5 tower. And then for his 3rd action, he's going to get 4 wood, and he's going to convert 3 of those using his counterfritter ability into iron. and then he's going to give all of his iron to the pickpocket. So we're going to make sure this iron is got some good resources to build whatever it needs to build. Okay, so let's do everything that the counterfeiter just set out to do. And basically what that is this is going to level 5, and so is this. Now the good news, level 5 tower means that the archers get a +2 to their combat. And the enemy already gets a -1, and then of course the enemy will be, it'll be that much tougher for the enemy to be able to hit you, which is good, because if we leave some of their siege equipment or whatever alive, it's not going to be as damaging. All right. There we go, 5 and 5. Okay, and then you saw me, I took some resources, I gave them all to the pickpocket. So that's our situation with the counterfeiter, and we're gonna definitely get some heavy infantry going on the east and west here, because they're a little on the weaker side. But we're moving on to the smuggler. So one action is going to be to build a wall. Next action, he's short on bricks, so he's going to grab some bricks. Did I really make him short on bricks? Because he had a chance to take bricks. I said he didn't need any resources. He really did. So he took the gold. He could have easily taken this brick from the pickpocket. That the pickpocket ended up taking that brick instead. Then the pickpocket would take the gold. That's fine. So then the second action is to just do this and build his tower. And then he gets to, you know, take anything and get double. So what should it be? Should it be bricks? Yes, he's going to take bricks. And he gets 3 normally, but he gets 3 more because of his double action. And he's going to give all 6 bricks to the pickpocket. And there you go. So pickpocket's getting set up to do some wonderful things. And then we got to take care of the smuggler here, who's on the east side. Oh, I know what's going on. The smuggler is going to get 2 wood and 3 brick back. He had everything he needed because the smuggler already built his level 5 tower. So he actually has 1 action left. He built his level 5 tower, and the reason he grabbed the gold was because he can build a unit. So we're okay. Everything's still the same. He's going to give all of his brick to the pickpocket. He's actually just going to give more brick to the pickpocket. But he has enough to buy a unit, and so he's going to do that just because what else is he going to do, right? He has 1 more action. He could build a moat. Ugh, do I really want to do that? I mean, I'd almost rather build a unit. Sure, we'll leave this for now, and he'll build a moat, which costs 1 wood. That moat is not going to do jack diddly for stopping the enemy until it's all finished. But, for example, he is 1/3 of the way there. That cost him 1 wood to do. So, there you go. All right. Now, let's get that wall upgraded. So we got... There. Okay, so that's his situation. Done. Now we get to our soldier, which always has 100 things to do. 1 action, one action is the wall. And then the third action is going to be one of each for 2 more heavy infantry. So 1, wherever that other guy is, 2. So the 2 heavy infantry, of course, are going to go on the east and west. And then, of course, his 2 walls, same as the other guys, except it's these here. So we got a level 5 and a level 5. And it's a beautiful looking wall, isn't it? The wall's so good, even Trump wanted to build it. Here we go. All right, 5s and 5. Okay, so the last thing we do is we get to the pickpocket, who has a million things to do as well. So first 2 actions, 2 and 3, and 2 and 3. So she'll get her walls up, but here's the thing. I wanted to build one of the buildings. So, for example, the library is the first thing that has to go up. No, I got a level 4. Oh, I have not built the level 4 workshop. I can't build an onager. I still have the level 3 workshop. So I have to build a level 4 workshop, which costs 2 wood, 2 brick, 2 iron, and 2 gold. And you can see here, I don't have the wood. So I will spend 1 wood instead of 2, 2 brick, 2 iron, and 2 gold. Which is crazy. I'm spending gold instead of saving it, but it's sort of how it played out. I'd rather build something this turn, which is what I'm doing. And what I'm building here is this is still level 3, which means I can't build the onager yet. I have to upgrade this to level 4 first before I can even build an onager. So that's exactly what I'm going to do right now. And I'm not saying I want to build an onager. I'm just saying you got to go to 4 before you can go to 5. You can't skip. So we got the 4 in place. We need to build the library still, which is going to be 6 wood and a whole crap ton of other resources. But we can do that next phase. We got to do the library first, and then we have to do, once we get the technologies, the gunpowder will let us get the 5th level barracks, and then the bombard will let us get the 5th level or bombards or workshop. And then this one we don't have to research. It's another freebie. It has to do with, like, you can get spearmen. So you can hire 2 spearmen for the price of 1. Because you need troops really bad because you're, you know, losing troops and you just need bodies. So that was our 3 actions. The pickpocket does have plenty of some resources, and they will not go last next round, but they will at least benefit from the smuggler going first and maybe grabbing a bunch of wood and giving it to her. And here we go. We're on round 14. And so if we get beasts, they come at only one direction, and that's the part, and they hop over the, we don't want beasts, I guess is what I'm trying to tell you. We got a 2, which is the forestmen. So that's interesting. We haven't seen them in a while. So let's see what the forestmen are going to give us. Round 14. Forestmen. 11 wood. Well, that might change things a little. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 wood, 5 stone, and then 2 and 2. So here we go. 3, 5, 2, and 2. So that's the resources we're up before. And then the forest spin. So let's refresh ourselves. They're going to roll main attack direction, which is a 5. That means they're coming in from the east. So we'll get this out. And then their ability is that the clerics, there's no blessing spells allowed, so we can't use any clerics to beef up our walls or to protect any of our units from dying. And that's it, because unless the boss is out, there's not much else. And then, of course, their elite units do have special powers, but we're going to hopefully kill them before the werewolves would ever get there. So the forestmen do have really low morale, so they're very likely to run away. And at level 14, they're going to get 8 archers. Now, their archers, just a refresher, do 2 damage each. So they're not pushovers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 13 heavy footmen. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then 7 assassins. Oh, these are forestmen, not wolfmen. Sorry. 7 assassins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 2 archer vets. 4 heavy footman veterans and 2 assassin veterans. 2. Holy cow, that's a lot. All right, so we're gonna dump those in, coming from the east. Okay, but we're not done. Let's get our other stuff figured out. So at 14, there's gonna be 3 ballistas coming from the east and then 1 from each direction. So they're gonna be very ballista heavy. So 1 from each direction, we got that covered. Then they're gonna have 3 from the primary direction. And like I said, we've been able to let a ballista attack us just because they're die rolls. So unless they roll 2 3s, they're probably not going to get through. So that's not the end of the world to know we have so many of them. That's why it was important to upgrade our walls, right? Trebuchet, 1 in every direction, cover 1 in every direction, and then bridges 2 and 1 in every direction. That's the part that hurts. Okay, so trebuchet. We're doing 1 in every direction. So that's going to consume all of our siege stuff. And then we said cover in every direction, which makes, that's going to suck up our archer attacks. And then we have a bridge. 2 bridges in the main direction, and then 1 in every other. And that's the part where the ditches, like you're starting to see the value of them go down, because like, do I really have enough gumption to destroy all these bridges, right? It gets harder and harder to do. And this is where like the ballistas come in handy because I can kill 2 units instead of 1, and so forth. All right, I'm going to set the rest of these up. I will pause the video for you so you don't have to watch me count everything all the time. And we'll set this up here. And then just to give you a rundown though, here's what I'm setting up. It's going to be 5 archers, 6 heavy footmen, 4 assassins, 1 archer veteran, 3 footman veteran, 1 assassin veteran, and we already set up all the other stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and do that in 3, 2, and there we go. So these will go here. There. And remember my comment at the beginning of how I told you I don't like to use the miniatures? Now you're seeing why. I mean, this game is a constant put cubes on, kill cubes, you know, kind of game. And if you're using miniatures, it just takes up that much more space, and it's just easier to count and roll cubes here. Okay. So what's next? So next part of this is we get to do our archer phase. And so let's calculate, like, how much at risk are we really? We got to take out a cover for sure. A bridge is optional, but desirable so we can prevent them from getting to the wall right away. And then we block 5 + 1 damage. So the archers do 2 damage each. So there's 2, 4, 6. We block 3 of them. So we have to kill 3 more. And that's awful, because this is every direction. And it's just not going to be possible. I'm not going to kill them all. I just can't. And then here, same deal. We're going to have this plus a... Oh, yeah, we got 2 bridges. And then we're going to block 2, 4, 6. And then you can see they got to kill 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units. It's a lot. It's an awful lot. And coming back over to here. I'm really glad we got all of our level 5 buildings in place. So we at least have that reprieve. Now, one thing we can do is we could not destroy the cover. So the cover makes it so these guys are acting like they have 3 hit points each. It takes 6 points of damage to destroy the cover, and for that same 6 points of damage, we could kill 2 guys. You seen the logic there? The problem is I can't kill anybody else until I also destroy that cover. But it might buy me getting through this archery round, because I can't kill everybody is the issue. So here, same deal. I got the 3 guys I need to go up against, and then they have a cover and a bridge. The cover doesn't, I guess it does move with them, but the cover is going to go with the primary troops. So I need to research that. Actually, let me read it. So when the guys move forward, the archers stay back. So which one does the cover stay with? Do they go forward with the troops, or do they stay with the archers? I gotta look. Okay, so easy answer. The cover stays out here in the deployment zone. So as long as these units are out here, they're all protected by cover, which does impact the siege phase. I don't know if you can cover siege equipment though. Gosh, I just had it open. I'm pretty sure it's specific to units. They're ranged units only. So it's even more specific. It's ranged units. And ranged units are different than siege units. So that means it only protects their archers. So we can ignore the cover and just puncture through the cover with enough damage, because our blue guys do 3 damage. Actually, our blue guys do 4 damage. The yellow guys now do 3 damage because they do 1 and they get +2 because of the towers. So we can puncture and kill them with any archer unit and don't need to remove the cover, is what I'm getting at. And that is a done deal, because trying to take out that cover is too much. Now the bridges, on the other hand, that's a different issue. We'll have to address that. Okay, so let's say I want to kill these 3 guys down here. I would need to spend 3 of my archers to do that, which is too many. I wanted to keep this down to 2, and I can't. So, but let's say I do 3. Then I have 1 left over here that I can use to kill 1 of them. Then I'm taking 2 from this to kill these 2. Then all I have left is 2. Then I have to take 1 from here to kill the last one. And that's okay. So I just had to take 1 extra. The cover is useless, so I'm going to go ahead and just remove the cover. We didn't have to kill the cover at all. And then I have basically, instead of 8, I have 7 archers here. And remember, since we don't have to worry about cover, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So easy peasy. Now, one thing is it would be nice to have blue guys in the middle, because the blue guys attack with a 2 and they get 2 more. That would have been 4. In fact, I probably need to actually get to the purples. But here's the problem. They only do 3 damage each, so I can't kill the bridges. The bridges take 5. But I can kill some of the bridges, right? And that's what I'm looking at here. So I can take out some of the bridges. It's going to take 2 units to kill 1 bridge. Or I can just kill units. I'm not as excited about that. The bridges are more of a threat. So 2 units to kill 1 bridge. And what I'm going to do is take out the 2 bridges in the main attack direction. And then this one, this is a cover, which no longer does any purpose. And then I'm just going to take off the archer units because we already know that they're neutered. So it just helps me look at less on the board. Now, for purposes of morale check, they need to stay on the board because those don't count as killed units. They're still there counting towards the 50%. But most of the time, I don't need to worry about that morale check thing. Okay. Now we go to the siege phase, and this is what I'm worried about. I think I'm going to have to let the ballista go. So one of our catapults is going to for sure kill the trebuchet. Trebuchet is bad, bad news. The other one is going to destroy the bridge. And so that's these 2 here. And then 2 of them here are going to kill the trebuchet and the bridge. And then the 2 here are going to kill the trebuchet and the bridge. And then all I have left is 2 here, so I'm going to kill a trebuchet and a ballista. And remember, the ballistas can join forces and overcome our walls, so you can't let 2 ballistas stay alive. So one of the ballistas that are in my keep has to kill one of these, for sure. And then I just get to pick another one. And so I'm going to go ahead and just pick this one to take down because I can. And the main attack direction is still a threat. So here's the deal. The ditch is going to hold up, and we're going to push them back for an extra round of attack. But I am going to have to survive a ballista attack from the 3 non-main directions. And we already discussed the strength is 5 plus 1, which is 6. So the ballistas actually have no ability to hit us. So I could have left that 1 ballista alive back here, in fact, because I can't leave 2 alive because they can add their strength together. But I could have left this 1 alive, and I could have just taken out a big guy. So this big guy is better to take out. So that's crazy. You can actually leave siege equipment on the field, and these ballistas are shooting at our walls, and our walls are so strong that the ballistas don't even do anything. And I think a lot of it is because the slits that we can shoot out of or look out of are too small, and those ballistas just aren't precise enough to be able to kill our troops. So we don't have to roll. And just to play it out, I mean, they roll 2 dice, right? That's a 3 and a 1. That's a 4. This is a 5. So it doesn't matter which piece it attacks. There's 5s across the board. So if this was a 6, so that's 3 plus 3 is 6. That sounds great, but this causes them to get a -1 to their RFS. So they still become a 5. So wonderful, wonderful. The ballista is becoming less and less relevant. Now, like I said, if there were 2 ballistas, then they can add their dice rolls together and count as if it was 1 attack. That's the reason why the main attack direction was a threat. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take these off because they're not providing any value. And like I said, I like to just see what I'm dealing with. So they try to move in, they get bounced back. None of the rest of the round happens except for our archery phase. We get to have a second archery phase. And again, the blue units are doing 4 damage. The yellow are doing 3. The assassins, veterans, these big ones are 3 hit points. These are only 2. And these big guys are 2. And these are only 1. These guys are pushovers. We're going to trounce these guys. All right, so if I'm looking at the 4 here, let's say I just picked 2 of them, a blue and a yellow. So the blue can take this one out, and the yellow will take him. And then we have a blue and a yellow left. So a blue and a yellow. Then we go over here, and we're going to do a blue and a yellow again. So blue and yellow. Then we come up here, and there's 2 blues. So we'll just do 2 blues. And then here I have 8 units. So I'm always favoring the attack direction. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we just basically had an assassin fest. And then we have 4 units in the middle there. So I'm just going to start picking a side and picking on them. 1, 2, 3. And then this one's 4. So we got 3 of the sides eliminated. All right, so now it goes back to step 3. And our siege equipment gets to go. So again, we're going to just do 2 in every direction. 2, 2, 2, and 2. And then I have 2 in the middle. So I'm going to go ahead and finish off this one for 1, and then this big guy for 2. Okay, so now everybody moves in. I'm not going to pick them up. And then we get another round of archery. So again, blue and yellow. Blue and yellow. Blue and yellow. Yeah, I can take 2 big ones. And then I have 8 archers left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then this is gone. And then I have 4 in the middle. So we're going to take out this big guy for 1. And then another one for 2. And then I don't even know if it matters anymore. But we'll go ahead and do 3 and 4. Okay, so cauldrons get a +1 to their roll. So it's a minimum of 2 now. I'm sorry, minimum of 3. Because if I roll snake eyes, that's 2 damage, and then I get to add +1 to my cauldron roll. So they're going to do a minimum of 3. 1, 2, 3. And the boulder is going to do a minimum of 2. So I'm going to kill 5 little guys without even rolling. And I only have 4 over here on the west. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these guys were actually easier than the barbarians, which I I did say that the barbarians are one of the toughest, so it was good. We got a nice little break. So now we get to do our resources. The pickpocket needs to build some buildings. To build those buildings, we're looking at a level 5 library, a level 5 barracks, and a level 5 workshop. So this is going to be tough, tough, tough. He needs gold, lots of it. 2, 4. He needs 5 gold. He could use his special ability to pay less. He needs 4, 6, 7, 8. He needs 9 iron, or she needs 9 iron. Doesn't quite have it. 4, 7, 10 bricks. So basically she needs everything. And then she needs a whole bunch of wood too. 6, 12, 15 wood. So what's she gonna do? I think her first thing is 2, 4, 6, 7. 2, 4, 6, 7. It's just 7 iron and 7 bricks. Well, she doesn't go first. The counterfeiter goes first. Counterfeiter is going to take a wood. She'll take, or the smuggler. Ooh, what's the smuggler going to do? Smuggler will take an iron. And then the deserter will take a gold. The pickpocket will take a brick. Counterfeiter, smuggler, deserter, pickpocket, counterfeiter, smuggler, deserter, pickpocket, counterfeiter, smuggler, deserter, pickpocket, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the one thing I was second guessing is whether the deserter even needed that brick. I don't think they do, but I took it anyways because who knows. All right. So we moved to round 15. This is a bonus round, so we get 6 extra actions, and it's going to start with the smuggler. And I'm just going to use these 2 tokens and then just, you know, actually, I'm sorry. He gets 2. This one gets 2, and then it's 1 and 1. So they actually don't get an equal number of actions here. I forgot about that. So the pickpocket would have liked to have had a few extra, but that's okay. So for the smuggler, the first bonus action, which I will use to replace this, is going to gather resources. And I'm going to gather 8 wood because that's what he gets to do. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now, he can actually, we don't need the pickpocket to be the only one that builds buildings. It's just that the pickpocket gets a discount. He has enough to build something. The problem is the only thing he can build, and I'm ignoring the chapel and sorcerer's tower for now, is we want to build the library, right? So he did that one action. So to build the library, he needs 4 brick and 1 more gold. So the deserter can give him the 1 gold, and then the pickpocket can give him 4 brick. So yes, he's paying full price for the library. He doesn't get the 1 gold discount like the pickpocket would, but it's a really good use of the action because he has no other actions, right, to do. So we're going to go ahead and spend our 1 action. So that's the 2 bonus actions. And then he's going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wood to build that library. And then 4 brick and 4 iron and 2 gold. And then he still has 3 actions left. But there's no need to panic, because now that we have the library, we can research stuff. So with the library, like I said, this one, you can train 2 archer units or 2 spearmen instead of just 1. So when you do a training action, you still have to have the resources, but you can get 2 archers instead of just 1. So, but remember, these are the lowest level units, so this is for bad times. And then the cost of training is 3 pieces of wood for every 2 units trained. So instead of spending 1 wood, you have to spend 3. We're not going to research this, so don't worry about that. And then we're going to get bombards and gunpowder. So both of these are going to get researched right now by the smuggler. So 2 of the actions will be to research, and then the pickpocket still needs a ton of wood. So I'm going to go ahead and do a 3rd action, which will be, let's go get some more resources. I'm going to get 4 more wood. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what he's going to do is he's going to trade all this to the pickpocket. So the pickpocket can build whatever buildings it needs to build. Now, the problem is, as we get to the deserter, the pickpocket hasn't built that workshop yet, or the barracks, I mean. So he's still going to be building just heavy infantry, but that I say the word just very lightly. So we're going to use a bonus action to do exactly that, and that's going to be 1 of each. And we're going to go ahead and grab 2 green cubes, and I'm going to put those on east and west, because we sort of noticed that they were rather short on troops. So then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 actions left. So I can keep building troops. You know what's crazy is I should have, instead of taking this brick, I should have taken another wood. That's a retcon thing. Thing is I don't know who took the wood that he would have not taken. So I think I'm going to have to spend 1 of these actions just to get more wood. So he's going to grab 4 wood. Now, could he have built the barracks? You need 6 wood, which he now has, 3 brick, which he doesn't have, 3 iron, which he has, and 1 gold. He was close. I could spend my actions and get a barracks going in time for something, but I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to spend the next 3 actions finishing my moat. I know that's crazy, but that's what I'm going to do. So that cost me 3 wood. Can't trade anything because I've already traded, but we're going to go ahead and try something crazy here and get this finished. 1, 2, 3. And then what the moat does is it kills units when they cross. So it's depending on the number of units that actually do the crossing. So the more you kill before they cross, the less that are actually going to get killed. But that's the idea. You know, was that worth it? I have no idea. It's just that his actions came at a time when there wasn't much else to do. I could have built like a sorcerer's upgrade or something. Oh, you know what? I could have built an onager. That was the whole point. Should I build an onager? No. Nope, we're going to stick with what we did. And then these bonus actions are the time to get these moats and crap done. So now we get to the pickpocket. So this is where it's interesting. Pickpocket only gets 1 bonus action, which we're going to use to build the barracks. So the barracks is 6 wood. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 wood, 3 brick, 3 iron, and 1 gold. And we'll just spend the 3 iron, and we won't spend the gold. And the barracks is complete. So let's move the camera. Make sure I don't step on my dog. Here's the barracks, level 5. Okay, so now we can build aquabaziers, which that's going to be what takes us to the next dimension. And then we can't stop. We got to get that workshop going. So the workshop level 5 is the next big goal. And I forgot to put the level 5 library out there. Not much difference between them, just a little taller. That was done by the Smuggler. Okay, so now we want to build the level 5 workshop, which is 3 wood. So here's 3 wood. Let's move you so you can see. 3 wood, 3 brick. We got that. 2 iron and 2 gold. So we'll do 2 iron and 1 gold. So you can see how special ability really paid off there. And that's going to be one of the 3 actions. And yeah, now we got a level 5 workshop. So that, now we're really cooking. I know we need to get the mage tower and stuff like that up. Oh, I just realized. I realized something. I never actually put out the level 5 buildings when she built them last round. And she did build them though, right folks? I mean, I'm not that crazy, am I? I would swear we spent all the actions to get all of this done. I just forgot to actually do the upgrade. So... Boy, a lot of little pieces. But okay, so here we go. We're almost fully upgraded. The walls are fully upgraded. That was last round that we upgraded those. I totally forgot to actually do it on the board, so my apologies there. And now I have 2 actions left. And yes, I can do work on moats if I want to, but what I wanted to do was actually get some bombards built. So to do that is 1 wood, 1 brick, 2 iron, and 1 gold, which I don't have. So I'm close, but not quite. So I'm going to go ahead and do the moats. And it's only 2 of the 3, but I will go ahead and get that going. And so we got some moats built in the north. Okay, and I'm sorry you couldn't see that very well, but I really wanted to get a bombardier bone. I was just short on the resources, and I could have done maybe a collection and built one. Actually, that's a decent idea. I'll live with it. I'll live with it. Okay, so now we go to the counterfeitter. And this is the part where you're starting to see the need for gold. So I'm going to grab 3 gold for 3 wood every day and twice on Sundays. And that's his special ability. And I want to get some bombardiers built. He doesn't have anything to build. He can build moats, sure. That's not a concern at the moment. I want to build some bombards, and I can only build them 1 at a time. So I need brick and I need iron. So if I do 2 actions, this is 1 bonus action. 1, 2, 3. I'm screwing up. Here we go. 3 of his actions goes there. So the bonus action to get 3 brick. And then another action to get 2 iron. The Smuggler was going to trade iron, but then an action to build a bombardier. So a bombard, not a bombardier. So 1, 2, and 1. And let's get out our glory. So that's the bombardier, or bombard. My apologies, I keep pronouncing it wrong. Okay, so we're gonna put it in the center, because that's where he gets, well, they get +2 bonus everywhere, but we're gonna put it in the center, and then of course that causes the catapult to go away, because we don't have enough room for everything, and that's fine. So we're slowly gonna just replace every catapult with one of those. And that's what gets you through round 20, is you must build a whole crap ton of bombards and aqua baziers. Okay, so we did that, and we have one action left. I can build a moat, so I will do that. And he is the west side, so I'll get one of these moat pieces in, and then boom. We got one in place. We have plenty of heavy infantry coming out. Our resources aren't super dwindly, but we do need more. And we're on round 15, so we used up all those bonus actions like they were nothing. We still don't have the moat done, but we got a crap ton of our important buildings done. So from here on out, for the next 5 rounds, we can constantly upgrade our siege equipment and our archers, which to me is more important than getting the mage tower and the priest tower, the chapel, going. So it's more important than the moat even. So let's go ahead, and I rolled a 2, which is the forestmen again. And the forestmen were fairly easy last time. So let's see, we might actually do okay here. For round 15, the forestmen are going to get us 12 wood, which is probably more wood than we care for. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so 12 wood, 5 stone, 3 iron, and 2 gold. Okay. So we had the forestman last time, the forestman boss. And if you remember, the forestman boss, their melee units are immune during step 1, meaning our archer range attack can't hit any of their melee units, and all their range units from the main attack direction gets a +1. So we have to kill a tad bit more. So this is the exact same boss we had the last time. And in case you're wondering, the Wolfmen have basically the, what's the KOW stand for? The Wolfmen. Oh, the King of Wolves. He has an endurance of 15, meaning you can kill him. But you have to do 15 damage to the King of Wolves to take him down. All units get +1 strength, which is only used in melee combat. And then 1 unit in every group of ours has no strength or support. So if we put 4 units in a group, it has no strength and no support. It basically contributes nothing because they're too afraid, because the King of Wolves is out there. So if you kill the King of Wolves by spending the 15 points of damage to him, then these bonuses go away. And then the Barbarian, the LOD, which is the... oh, that's the Lord of Destruction. So the barbarian hero actually he climbs the wall and attacks you. So he has an attack strength of 7, and it only takes 4 points to kill him. He cannot be targeted, though, by range or siege. So he's going to make it to the wall. And, of course, you can use your cauldron and stuff to kill him. But and then his SU in his combat group he's going to add +1 support. So he'll do 5 damage as a support unit. And then the beasts don't have a hero. Okay. Round 15, Forestman. Here we go. Nine archers. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. That's going to be brutal, especially if now they do 3 attack damage each. That means I'm only going to be able to ignore 2 of them. So that part is going to be challenging. I'm probably going to lose some units here. 13 heavy footmen. 3, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. Heavy footmen. 8 assassins. 3, 6, 7, 8. And 2, 6, and 3. So 3 heavy or assassin veterans, 2 archer veterans, and 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, what's the main attack direction? Is going to be 4, which 1, 2 is north, 3 is so south, and then 4 is west. So they're coming from the west, where we just added the heavy footmen, so that helps. So there you go. We got a big cluster storm there. Then we'll do the siege equipment, and then I'll pause and do the rest. So for the siege equipment, they're going to get 2 ballista and then 2 in every direction. So remember, we said we can leave 1 alive, but because they're getting 2 in every direction, we got to kill at least 1 of them. And that's fine. But it justifies why we need the bombards, because the bombards can kill 2 of them instead of just 1. All right, so 2 in every direction, and then the trebuchet is 2 plus 1 in every direction. So we're already looking at 4 siege there, and then 1 in every other direction, which means we need to commit at least 2. And I don't know what happened to... So then 1 over there. Okay, next is the cover is 1 in every direction. And then the bridge, 2 and 1 in every direction. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put... Because we're ignoring cover right now. We do so much damage we can kill them without the cover. So I'm just going to put that there. The 2 bridges here, and then 3 lined up. I'm being lazy. I don't want to put them all out because I know I'm going to just destroy them or ignore them. And of course the forest shaman is in the direction of the attack, but we don't have to worry about that. Okay, I will pause and get the rest of them in place. Just in case you're curious, it's going to look like it's going to be 5 archers, 7 heavy footmen, 4 assassins, 2 archer veterans, 4 heavy footman veterans, and 2 assassin veterans going in each of the directions. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, and 3. So in hindsight, if we were playing, let's say, solo, it's just one character. So let's say I was playing as the deserter. I would always get to hire somebody extra each round. So use one action to hire somebody every round. And I more or less would be on pace with this game. You get 5 bonus wood at the end of every round. So that's the interesting part. So I probably wouldn't ever have to harvest wood, but I wouldn't have the smuggler who gets double. I wouldn't have the pickpocket who gets to buy something for 1 less, or the counterfeiter who just gets to upgrade wood into gold. So it is interesting, and I don't know if that 5 extra bonus wood saves you enough in the long run. I've always believed if you play true solo with just one character, it's a little harder. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I mean, it just it feels that way. I think the counterfeiter actually would be a very interesting one to pure solo, because then you can make gold, or you can make, using that 5 bonus wood you get every round, you can turn 3 of it into something else. So you're always basically getting 3 of whatever you want every round. And that, you're cooking with some good sauce there. But that's also where I think if you had a 2-player game, I would choose those 2 characters because you got one that's always producing the troops and the other that's always producing the resources, and you can still do some pretty fine things. Anyways, I have a dog who apparently has been very neglected because she is not letting me continue this game. So I'm rambling and rambling while she's pushing her nose into my leg because she wants me to rub her back. So you're gonna have to go. I need to get some gaming going here. All right, she's happy. Okay, so we're gonna start off with Archery Phase. And remember, the main attack direction, they get +1 to their attack, but here I can still ignore 3 archers. And hold on. Okay, I think the dogs have finished moving on. Okay, so 3 I get to ignore, and that's from every direction. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6. But on this side, it's 3, 6, so I only get to ignore 2 of them, and that's unfortunate. Okay, so next step is I can basically, even my yellow archers, do 3 damage now, which can puncture through the 2 cover. So 1, 2, I basically have to kill 4 guys. And that's the problem. So let's say I take 2 from this tower. I'll do the yellow ones. So that's 2, and then we're going to take 2 from that tower. So that kills the 4 that I need to kill there. So now I have 2 left from this tower. Then I have to take 2 from the northeast tower to finish it off. And then I have 2 left in the northeast tower. Then I have to take 2 from the other tower. I mean, that looks great, right? Except I'm really sacrificing this side, and I only have 4 archers left. So 1, 2, I gotta take the big guys out first. And then 3, 4. And then I have 4 archers inside the keep. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can see there, they have 1 archer left over, which is gonna make it through. So I have to deal with their archers now. And so their archers are gonna attack the right side tower, which is this one. And they are going to attack with 3, 6, 9 attack, because they get +1 because of, excuse me, their boss. So 9 minus 6 is 3. So they're doing 3 health damage. So I can do 1, 2. So I'm going to lose 2 archers, but these guys have 2 health each, so they survive. So they kill 2 of my archers by getting through like they did. And Yeah, that hurts. Nothing I can do. Okay. And in this situation, even if I had Aqua Bazirs, it's not like they can kill more than one unit each. This is just one of those deals where they're starting to overwhelm me. And then, of course, the boss is what gave them the advantage. If they didn't have the boss, we would have been fine. Because I get to block 6 points worth of stuff, and those 3 guys are only 6 points. And they turned into 9 because it's a boss round. So, yes, 2 archers are killed. It's the Forestman, which means that we're not allowed to do any... No blessing spells are allowed. And so that means they somehow voodoo us or something. And so we can't use our spell to save one of the archers from dying. So we're now short 2 archers here. And I'm sure we're going to replace them with Aqua Bazirs. But you get the gist. It's precarious times. So now we go to the siege phase. And remember, one of these from each direction is useless. So I'm just going to go ahead and take those off because we know that one ballista doesn't do anything. But we do have to take out the others. So here's 2 ballista will be taken out from the north towers. Well, a ballista and a trebuchet. And let me make sure we really can kill that trebuchet. It has 5 health. Our catapults do 3 plus a d3, but since they're in level 5 towers, they get a +2. So yes, we do 5 damage automatically. And then if we come over here, the 2 east towers, or 2 of these, we're going to take these out. And then 2 from the south will be used to take these out. And then we have 2 left to take out the 2 trebuchets. And then 1 in the middle will take out this one. And so we finally got all the siege equipment taken care of, and we still have our ballista, or a bombard, I mean. So the bombard, why am I raving over it? It's a 2 plus a d3 times 2. So whatever I roll, it's 2 plus whatever I roll, and I get to roll twice. So let's go ahead and do that. So I rolled 2 1s, which was fantastic, but it's a 2 plus a 1, so that's 3 damage, and that's 3 damage. I can use them combined to kill 1 unit, or I can use them to kill 2 units. Well, 3 damage is enough to kill an assassin veteran, so I'm going to kill 2 assassin veterans. Or, actually, this is the thing, they have bridges everywhere, don't they? That's a big problem, folks. I didn't even consider that. They have bridges everywhere. And 3 damage is not enough to kill a bridge. Yeah, so I'm going to just kill 2 assassin veterans, and they use their bridges to go across the moat. Now, one thing I could have done was taken out this bridge, because this bridge has a moat that really would do damage. That is interesting. Should I consider that? Yeah, I'm going to do that. So these guys stay alive. Those 2 assassin veterans stay alive. I'm going to destroy this bridge, but none of the other bridges get destroyed. So these units truly are back. But the other units are going to move forward. And we're in trouble. I just have to stress that. We are in big trouble. But by leaving these units back, all these archer towers don't have to worry about the south for the moment. But I do have 2 less archers over here, which doesn't help. So these 4 archers, for example, can focus purely in this direction. And so these are 3 health points each. So these 2 can get killed by the blue. Or it doesn't matter. We can kill whatever we want. So we can kill 4. So 1, 2, and then 3, 4. All right, and then we come up to the north, and I got 4 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably would have been nice to take out those bridges. In fact, I don't know, like, should I have left a ballista, take a chance? Thing is, it's not leaving a ballista, it's 2 ballistas taking a chance that can combine their their rolls together. So that's basically you're rolling 4 dice and you got to get higher than a 6. How would that look? So let's say I rolled these two. That'd be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I would kill 2 units with that ballista. I mean, that's not good. I think we did the right thing, but gosh darn it, this is bad. So here we have 4, 5, 6. So I can take out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But everybody's in. And I didn't even kill any of these. Oh boy. All right. So now we got to do the melee, and this is not good. Oh, we got 4 archers here. So we can kill 4 more. We're going to do it from this side. 1, 2, 3, 4 more are gone. Okay, so we're going to have ourselves quite a battle because our bridge, we couldn't take out their bridge. So we have to form our groups first. I'm going to do a green guy in the front of each group, and then a red in each group, and then a white behind. I could choose to move my archers in. I'm going to do that. I'm going to move this yellow archer in to help this group, and this blue archer in to help this one, and then these 2 blue archers are going to come help on this wall. These ones are going to stay because I have units that their bridge was destroyed, so I need to shoot those down. So yes, I'm moving archers in to help with the fight. So let's start first with the cauldron. So I rolled a 4, and remember the cauldron gets to add 1 more, so it becomes a 5. So I get to kill 5 health worth, and then this is 3, 4, 5. And then we have the, that's 2 plus 1 is 3 for the boulder. So we're going to kill all the assassins, which is fine. And then they're going to form groups. So 1. So they're going to form 3 groups. And that doesn't help because we have 2 groups. So we can blind one of them. But then we have other issues. So I'm going to actually use my boulder spell to kill some more. And that's going to be 2. Yeah, I'm going to kill 2 units. And that's going to force him to only have 2 groups. All right, so which 2 groups are we going to do? They're both even, so we'll just do one in the next. I don't have any more blind spells, or I'm sorry, boulder spells, so I'm going to have to figure out something else to get me through this. I don't know what made this battle all of a sudden so hard. It was the bridges. I needed to keep the bridges from... I had to destroy the bridges. The moat and the trench was the saving grace. I made a mistake, folks. This may cost me the game. But here, let's play this out. Well, first let's just roll the dice and then we'll calculate from there. So we're doing this first group here. So they're getting a +3 and we're getting a +2. Not good. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me make sure I'm doing that right. Yep, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8 versus 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9, 10, and 5 is 15. So 15 minus 8 is 7. So 2, 3, 4, 5. We're okay. Then it doesn't matter. They rolled a 3, and even if I rolled a 1, well, actually, no, these guys have more strength. Let's do it. They got a 3, we got a 2. In this case, it's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 5 is 15, minus 9 is 6, 2, 4, 5, 6, same outcome. I probably didn't need to use my blind spell. Oh yeah, I did because of the groups. So then we get over here. I have 2 groups on this side. I may need to do 3 groups. And when do I form my groups again? I have to form my groups before I do. So for example, I'm gonna have the soldiers. So I'm gonna have the spearman be his own group. So I can at least have 1 troop up there to help out if there's a 3rd group. Because if you don't have a 3rd group and they have 3 groups coming in, they're gonna sack your town. By putting at least 1 spearman in a 3rd group, they'll kill the spearman, but they don't sack the town yet until they actually have no group to face them. So that's the part that I'm banking on. Okay, so for the cauldron, that's 2 plus 1 is 3. Going to kill an assassin. And then for the boulder, that's a 3. It kills the other assassin. And yeah, I'm in big, big trouble. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3. So, okay, so let's start with this leftmost one. These cancel out. So I have 2, 4, 5, 6, and 5 is 11. To 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. They're all dead. So my groups are winning, the groups I have. Those cancel out. Same exact outcome. Then this one's the disaster one. We cancel out with the dice. So they have 2, 4, 5 against my 1 plus 5 is 6. I actually won, and I was able to kill 1 unit. It helps that my wall is so dang strong. So that one group actually did hold his own all by himself. And then you have like 2 guys left, which, you know, by the end of the next round, they will die. So I'm not going to worry about those. Even if the archers couldn't have gone after them, they would have died. I can blind somebody. Now the blinding I was going to reserve for this side, because we have a cluster bomb going on here. And again, I have 2 groups, and then I'm going to have to make a 3rd. So we'll go ahead and do it this way, and then I'll make a 3rd group with him, and then this. And I can bring in some archers again, so I'll bring in all 4 archers, and I can do it like that. So I have 3 groups formed. I don't know if that's enough, but I'm going to blind the 4th group, is what I'm assuming here. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's my cauldron roll. So 3, 6 plus 1 is 7 damage. That's fantastic. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Killed 3 units. And then I have the boulder, which is 3. So I'm going to do 2 and a 1. So that is the best outcome I could hope for. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Then I have 3 more, which I'm blinding. So these 3 would have sacked the town. But I'm going to blind those guys so they can't do anything. And then it's just a matter of resolving each one. So we'll start with our powerful one. They got 3, we got 1. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 5 is 14. 14 minus 8 is 6. And so the whole group dies. And the reason that is helpful, that the whole group dies, is because I still got another group here that's going to have to attack next round. And now that this group has killed everybody in front of them, then, you know, they're going to kill these guys too. So we'll do the next group, which is exactly the same. And so they rolled the best they could, and we rolled the worst we could, and it annihilated their group. So we'll do that. Now this last group is a little trickier. We nullified each other there. This is 2, 3, 4, 5 to 1, 2, and 5 is 7. So I kill 1 for 2 points. And then you got basically, this is what's left. But we're going to kill all that next round. So I'm not worried about it. We're going to be good. We made it through that. But now we got this cluster bomb here. So our siege equipment gets to fire again. And so I have 2 over here and 2 over there. So I am going to get to kill 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I have the 2 in the middle. One's going to kill 1. And then I have my bombard, which this is a 2 plus a 2 is 4, and a 1 plus a 2 is 3. The 3 will kill this. The 4 will kill that. And I could have killed 2 of these, but remember, it's a 1-for-1 thing. And then I have 4 archers over there and 2 archers here. 3, 4. And then 5, 6. And then 4 archers in the middle. So we annihilated this because we destroyed the bridge. Okay. We need bombards, because the bombards would have helped us destroy those bridges. We technically didn't lose any troops, did we? But it did get ugly, and we had to pull in our archers, make them do some hand-to-hand, which was not fun for them. There's 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Also, you could see that the heavy soldiers, heavy infantry, was actually, they're worth their weight. So when it comes time to hand-to-hand, they are awesome. So the fact that I bought the ones that I did, so far, so good. I don't know how you play this without the deserter, to be quite honest with you, because he's buying 2 units a pop. And with everything else that we're buying and doing, I mean, the one thing I guess you could have done is just not built the moat. But, okay. So we win. We need bombards badly. So the bombards, just a reminder, are 1, 1, 2, and 1. So we're starting with the Smuggler, who is going to obviously be able to get a certain resource. But we need 1, 1, 2, and 1. So here's the 1 for that. And then the Deserter, we're going to get a gold for him. And the Pickpocket, we need 1, 1, 2, and 1. So we're going to get a 1. Counterfeiter always uses these. Back to the Smuggler, 1, 1, 2, and 1. So we're going to do the 1. Oh, we're going to do the 1. Then the Deserter, let's see, 1, 1, 2, and 1. He'll take one of these. And the Pickpocket will take that. Counterfeiter, take some more. The Smuggler, do that. The Deserter, take a brick. Pickpocket, take the iron. And the Counterfeiter, Smuggler, Deserter, Pickpocket, Counterfeiter, Smuggler, Deserter, and yeah, we're gonna start taking wood, and it looks like the Deserter is gonna get the brick. Nobody wanted that last brick. Okay. We move on to round 16. We're at an hour and 24. So I will stop here. Thanks for watching. Stay awesome.